It's a little after 9 o'clock and Chuck's here to save the day. He's already working on trimming in this edge here for us. And you know, I've stirred up 3 of these pails so far. I don't believe it's a no mix formula, but interestingly enough, these 3 pails, every one's got a different viscosity. I had one that was very, very thick. I had one that was not thin, but kind of very much on the thin side, and then another one in between. So I'm thinking quality control at the place that fills these pails is just not consistent. In other words, you know, I worked in a manufacturing operation where we would do similar operations. What you want to do is your source vat that you're using, you want that constantly being stirred and mixed while you're filling up the smaller pails. But here, Chuck's going to show what he's doing here. He's just feathering it in at the edge there. How'd you do there, Chuck?
All right,
okay.
So far.
Hey.
Okay. I'm done with
All right, so I've just poured that one out there. So what I'm going to do is come up here and just pull it out with a squeegee. It's really good coverage. Chuck, you're still working here. Okay, sorry. Let's pull it back. A little thin up here. Carry some more back up here. All right. Well, you get the idea. I mean, this is the thick bucket. It seems like it's got really good coverage. It's not full sun out yet, but it's probably, what, about 65, 70 degrees out, Chuck?
Yep, because it's not even 10 o'clock.
I think I'll have enough buckets to do the entire driveway. All right.
Let's hope.
We'll keep it going.
Flashback.
All right, so it's finally here. It's Saturday morning. It's about 8 o'clock. I've got my brother Chuck rolling in to help me out later today. But I've got my 12 5-gallon, well, 4.5-gallon pails of driveway sealer. And I was just going around just cleaning up a little bit. But, you know, I was going around with my Husqvarna blower. And I thought, well, hey, I could probably do this a little bit easier. So I asked my friend, Mr. Elzar, if I could borrow his mower. He's got a time cutter 60-inch. Zero-turn mower. It's got a Kohler 24 horsepower engine in it. I think he got this a couple, 3 years ago. And I thought, well, hey, let me just use this to go and blow off the driveway for its final time right before we go ahead and put the sealer on. So let's have a go at that. Wow, that Toro time cutter 60-inch deck really did a great job on clearing all the dust and debris. You know, we had a lot of pollen on the driveway, which I didn't really notice, but I want to thank my friend and neighbor Elzar for letting me borrow his zero-turn Toro time cutter mower. It really helped me a lot. All right, well, on to the next stage.
End of flashback.
All right, looks like you're ready for another bucket, Chuck. All right, I just want to show how to open up these pails. You know, I used to work in an environment where we were working with 5-gallon pails all the time, but there's been an improvement in how these pails come open. So let me show you. So you're always going to find a place on the edge of the pail where you have this little tab hook. Pull that off. The first thing I noticed is when it comes off in this undulating pattern. Well, the reason for that is so you can grab these tabs very easily with your fingers. And look at that, there's 4 of them that go around, and that comes right off. Look at that. Whoever came up with that knew what they were doing. All right, Chuck, let's see how you do it. Now you're going to pour right on the old edge, right?
Yeah, we can get over there. I think
I think the temperature just shot up to about mid-70s right now. So look at this. This is we started at 9 o'clock, and that clock in there is telling me it's a little after 10:30, and we're doing well. Hey Chuck, I think being tall is a disadvantage at this point.
Oh yeah.
Just leave it upside down right there, yeah. To come in here and get the edges as good as you can. Now I'm putting it a little extra there, I know. But that way I can get that, I can bring that right to the edge without getting any dirt on my squeegee. That was a good tip, Chuck.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go further than that because we got to leave room for working this. So the other thing we're doing is, look at this, when you first push this out, you get these little holes here, right there where Chuck's shadow is. So you have to come back and just really work it in. Now we found, is it better to do with the squeegee, Chuck, or the brush?
I guess the brush works it in.
Yeah, look at that, we got some up there too.
Or do a quick first coat, and if you got time, do a second coat when it dries.
Yeah. Okay, let me just push this out. Same thing over here, Chuck?
Alrighty, yeah.
But what we're finding is after you go over it like a second or third time with the brush, put some down pressure, that kind of sets it in there, and you're good to go. Okay, time check. Almost 12 o'clock. Is that 11 or 12 o'clock there, Chuck?
Oh my, I would have to look at my.
Up there.
Oh, that's 11. Yeah.
That's 11 o'clock, so 9, 10, 11, 2 hours. We're doing pretty good, I think. All right, so I just opened up this next bucket here. Let me see what I can do to get this stirred up. And just to show, I'm using a marine type impeller on this. It's probably a 3-inch impeller. Okay, so I just want to show one other little thing that I have here. I have a little bridge going in and out of the garage where we don't have to really walk on the new sealant. I think the material says you can walk on it in an hour, but I'm thinking to myself, well, hey, why do that if you don't have to? So, nice little bridge here I made.
Much later.
Alright, so this material is a 10-year warranty Jetcoat product. It's a driveway filler and sealer. So when I did the calculations, I'm not sure this is the same product that Lowe's had on their website. So maybe that's why I'm getting a little bit short on the coverage. But you know, the other thing I'm doing, I think I showed before, I'm storing these drums or pails upside down so that the material in there can, you know, reverse settle back. All right, well that gets us to day one, and I think in total, I think Chuck and I, we started about 9 o'clock and we got done this part here I think about 1 o'clock, 1:30. So 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 4 hours. This is how far we got for a couple of amateurs.
The next day.
Today is day 2 of our driveway asphalt sealing project. You can see the first day we got about 75% of it done here. I've got my brother Chuck here to help out again. And we're thinking maybe 1 or 2 buckets left to do, but we've got our setup here. We got our buckets out, got our mixer. So let's have a go and get this job finished up. Okay, so what I did is I just poured out our first bucket there along that edge. You know, Chuck and I found out instead of going like back and forth on the driveway, we decided it's more efficient to go from side to side and then pull it over this way. It seems to go a little faster that way. How's it going in there, Chuck?
Good. Yeah, we're working it in. Yeah, maybe go over this
Yep.
here again.
Yep. about an hour, and Chuck and I have finished this top end of the driveway. We have a little bit of touch up to do. I went ahead and helped seal these gaps here a little bit. Undoubtedly that's going to shrink down. We'll have to put some more material in. Chuck's just going down along the edges here with some diluted filler sealer, and just touching up the edges where we can. We'll do that more. So what I did, I ended up using 2.5 of the 3 buckets that I ended up going out and getting. And what we did with this bucket is probably 75% of the regular material and about 25% water. And Chuck, how's that giving you coverage?
Yeah,
okay,
it goes on nice. Yep.
yeah, it's and I noticed the brush marks are nice and they're more level than the regular material. Maybe what we should have done was put a little bit of water in the mix, huh?
Yeah, if you want to do 2 coats, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, no, it looks really good. The QPR material here, Chuck, you're gonna just smooth this stuff out here too real quick, right? Show us how you smooth this out on top of there. This is like our seam more or less. Yeah, so that adding a little bit of water to this sealer filler is the way to go. But all in all, very happy with how the job turned out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I know this was a long story, but you know, there was a lot of prep work. In hindsight, you know, just to summarize, probably have 5 hours of sealing time on this and another 3 to 5 hours of prep time in the various stages that I did. But very happy with how it turned out. I think instead of getting somebody to come out here and spray seal it, this material should last me longer. I've done it before a long time ago, and I got about 7 years out of it, where I noticed my neighbors that get the spray jobs, it only lasted about 2 or 3 years before it starts really fading out to where, you know, I see it on 7 years on this this kind of product. So if you have any questions or comments, put them in the description down below or in the comment section down below and let me know.
A couple of hours later.
I was out here earlier today with Chuck at the top end of the driveway, and my neighbor walks over and saw Chuck, you know, trimming the edges with a paintbrush, and we were using a squeegee and a broom. And the first thing he says to me is like, why aren't you guys using a roller? And I'm thinking, wow, I didn't even think of that, because a lot of what I've seen out there is, you know, using a squeegee and a brush. But I thought, let me give it a try. So I've got this little 4-inch roller here. So what I did is I went in and you know, I had about a half a pail of material left over, and I watered it down to maybe about 20% of the volume. So I'm just going to go in here and get a little bit on my roller and come back over here to where I have, you know, some holes. Just roll this out. You can see all those gaps that are there. Just put the pressure down. Boy, it really goes down in there. Well, all right, well, there you go. I mean, my neighbor had a great idea using a roller, so what a great tip, you know. But you know, doing that, you want to water it down just a tiny bit to get it smooth out like that. So you can see it's doing really well. All right, well, we'll see you guys in the next one. Bye for now. How about it, Chuck?